Hi all, welcome to the second part of how not to queen past pawns. This is the position that arose. I've just played rook c2. It was in the Gibraltar Masters tournament, round 7. So I had a terrible opening in this game. I was experimenting, improvising, thinking I wanted to mix playing dynamically with strategically, and as a result I made up the opening and I had a lost position throughout most of the game after the opening phase. But from the point of view of this video about passed pawns, let's have a look what happened after this rook c2. He played check, and after g5, lo and behold, he's got two of these very dangerous passed pawns. So how can he mess this up? Also, his rook can come to h3, so that would be pretty good if it mops up my h4 pawn, comes to h7, drives my king back to the first rank. So it's looking pretty dire. So in this position I played check. After king d1, well, you can't play king f1 because then the discover check and I can win his rook. So that would be very nice. Actually, taking the d6 rook is more important than taking the a2 rook, according to Ribka. So anyway, he went to d1, and I took this pawn, and there's this faint possibility that my f pawn might become dangerous. So target square, dream square is f1. How can it achieve its mission of going to f1? But at the same time, you know, white has these two dangerous pawns, so they have a mission to come to these two final squares. He plays rook h3, still keeping a big advantage according to Ribka. Now I play rook g2. He plays check, king e7, check, king d7. So he's driving my king away from these squares. All good so far. He takes my h4 pawn. But now I play f3, and look, my pawn's only 2 squares away from its dream destination. So white played now check, and after king d8, maybe, you know, my opponent was playing a bit too quickly here. But by this time, you know, a lot of thoughts have been going on throughout the game. It's quite a long game because of this Fisher increment system that's being used. So you get 1 extra minute for every move. And we're now move 52. So we've both generated quite a lot of time during the game. We've got about 25 minutes left each. And it was this particular loss when I thought, you know, really I wouldn't be able to sleep that night. This was after the game, because when I was in the lounge area afterwards, I realised I'd missed something. In this position, my opponent had played a casual move. He played rook f6, and I wonder if you can first guess what I played, and also guess what should be played. Okay, let's try and guess what I played first. I'll give you 5 seconds here to guess what I played. Now think about the passed pawn and the destination square. So and you might have mottos and phrases going on in your mind in games like passed pawns need to be pushed, for example. So what do you think I played here? I'll give you 5 seconds starting from now. Okay, I played the move f2. And unfortunately for me, although he's not, you know, threatening to queen a pawn anytime soon, he plays check, and after bishop e8, unfortunately, he plays king e2. And I've had it now. The pawn's not going anywhere. And okay, we shook hands, and later in the lounge area, my subconscious actually went and masochistically looked at the position somehow and told me I'd missed a win somewhere, and I couldn't believe it. I had to verify it. I got the PGN of the game from the tournament website, got this position, and lo and behold, in this position there's a much better move than f2. I wonder if you can spot it. In fact, there's quite a few winning moves here for there's 2 winning moves here for black. Sorry, let's be precise about it. 2 winning moves according to Ribka, and it's one of them I was really kicking myself after. And I don't recommend it, but if you do have such a terrible loss where you've blown like 7-8 hours of effort in chess for these one day the game time limits, and there's a little blunder at the end. I took to drinking a bit, just 2 or 3 pints. I just wanted to be able to sleep that night for the next round. So what did I miss here, which was obvious? I'll give you 5 seconds, starting from now. I missed, just check. Look at the power of the check. The rook is now controlling the final destination square, so the king moves. And now f2, and this check is harmless. Bishop e8. I'm not being mated. His pawns are not queening. He's completely messed up his winning position here with one casual move. How does white defend against f1 queening? There isn't enough time to actually do anything, because even g7, I've got my rooks ideally placed for his pass pawn for the destination square. So just queening here, and this is it. There's nothing. This is completely losing for white. He's just getting mated. It's queening and that's it. So the difference between not playing a check and playing the casual f2, the check didn't do any harm to my position. It just guaranteed that the f1 square was made available for my pawn to queen without the king e2 becoming a useful resource. It was my most painful blunder of the tournament, and part of it is middle game thinking. It is not to do with pass pawns and queening pass pawns. That's a kind of chess game within a chess game that you want to queen your pass pawns and stop the opponent queening. It can be good fun if you can master that skill, I think. But in recent games, I've managing to cock up some endgames, so I thought I'd share this one with you. It was particularly painful. So just a simple check could have turned a loss into a win. But he'd messed up here with rook f6, to be fair. If he had just played rook d6, and now if king e8, then f6 is winning. It's a mate in 7. And also, if after this check, king c8, then now rook f6 is much more crushing, because now he's threatening a mating sequence, and this is now hopeless for me, even if I get in this check here, because he's threatening to mate me. So bishop e8, rook f8, and I've had it now, because now he's got this king e2. So he had made a slight inaccuracy, and I had repaid the favour with a terrible inaccuracy. He had played the casual rook f6 instead of rook d6 check. So rook g1 check would have been just queening the f3 pawn. So that's how not to queen your pawns, part 2. I hope you enjoyed that in some way. Please leave any comments on YouTube. Thanks very much.